Growatt unit is charging at 1422 watts. I believe that is probably up at the fastest, highest input on any product that I've done. Maybe one of the EcoFlows went that high, but got to be careful not to pop a circuit once it gets over 1,000 watts. Just be on the safe side. Growatt test number 1 is the refrigerator, a Whirlpool apartment size 11.1 cubic foot refrigerator. Now, the thing about refrigerators, see how it shows here that it has a 0 watt output? So sometimes they use 0 watts, sometimes they surge at 700 watts, sometimes they use 30 watts. But right now it's already got the maintained cooling temperature, so it's not using any wattage. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And of course, remember, oh, see, there was that surge for 1468 watts, and then it went down to 89, now 22, 17. And that's exactly what it does when it cools the refrigerator. It kicks on, it cools it, and then it shuts off, which is how energy efficient appliances work these days. And remember, you always have to have some sort of solar coming in if you want to recharge the unit during a blackout. It's only gonna last like a day or two if you don't have a way to recharge it. Follow up on the Growatt powering the refrigerator. It's at 15% and it's midnight right now and I have to go to bed, but I don't think the 15% is going to remain throughout the night, so I'm gonna call it. So it's lasted several hours. And don't forget, in a grid down, if you can, you do not want to use a full-size refrigerator. You want to use the smallest one possible. So if you have an apartment refrigerator, try using that, those little 3-foot tall ones. There are also electric coolers that you can get now, which is a really great prepper supply to have. I've got a couple of those, and that's where all of my perishables would go. All of the stuff in the freezer would go into my cooler, and whatever I could throw in there from the fridge, hopefully I wouldn't lose it, but I would most likely try and eat through whatever is in the fridge as quickly as possible. So instead of hitting a 1400 watt surge and having 30 watts on at any given time, or 80 watts, right now it's at 80, 97 watts, the electric coolers are only 30 watts of power continuous. And if you've got incoming solar to add on to your using only 30 watts to keep your food fresh, you're never going to run out of energy with that. Time is currently 11 a.m. So we're testing out the Growatt on a very inefficient wall air conditioner, but this could save a life in the desert, and it's going to come in pretty handy because I'm going to be in here painting all day and clearing out the stuff. Time is now 12:42 p.m. and the unit's at 7%. And once it hit 13%, it just went down to like 7% in like 10 minutes. So that is what we've got for the air conditioner. And I'm slowly doing things in here. I already did the ceiling, nice and white, vibrant, but that is what we've got now. It's at 6% for the Growatt. So this is the vacuum test of the Growatt, and unfortunately, I'm receiving an overload error. So it won't power the vacuum. So I'm gonna take my watt meter and see how many watts the vacuum is using and see if it is under or over the load protection of the Growatt. Yeah, it's not taking it. So I'm just reading right here in the manual. The AC output is, The AC output is overloaded. Unplug the loads on the AC output ports and keep the total AC output power within 2000 watts to resume normal operation. Overloading for a long time may cause damage to the product. I only overloaded it for like a second, so and then there's this one over here that says product overload. Unplug part or all parts of the load and keep the total output within 2400 watts. Now I know this vacuum does not use 2400 watts, but the Growatt is a 1500 watt unit, so it should be able to handle 1500 watts. All right, so what I've got over here is a typical watt meter, and here is the plug to the vacuum, and it's gonna tell us how many watts it uses. All right, so it's holding pretty steady at 1100 watts, and the Growatt is a 1500 watt unit, so it should come under the bar and it should be able to work the vacuum, but unfortunately it doesn't. So that's something you're gonna have to take into consideration. Final test is gonna be the microwave. Don't forget, keep in mind that when you're using a microwave, you can't just use a standard orange cable, extension cable. You have to get the high amp ones, and they usually come in red. So just keep that in mind. It does have to be a high amp, otherwise it's not going to work properly. So let's go ahead and test this. Okay, microwave test is simply not working. So as you can see, I've got the power on, and then I've got the AC power on. I've got it plugged into the AC power. And see, I put it up for 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, and I keep hitting, and nothing is happening. And I'm pretty sure I know how to work a microwave, so unfortunately, it looks like this test is a fail as well. Yeah. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to try the DC power button. I don't think that's going to do anything, but... Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it's not a fail. It did in fact work, so awesome. And it is showing over 1600 watt output for the time being. And now it's going... So more than 1600 watts, we're testing at 5 minutes. Okay, so the microwave on for 5 minutes took it from 100% down to 95%. And because that worked and the microwave is such a high wattage user, I'm gonna try the vacuum one more time with the DC and AC switch on, and I've got my vacuum cleaner right here, so let's just give it a go real quick. Yeah, no, I got the same error, so it does not, it only powered it for less than a second, and then it went into error mode, so it will not power the vacuum cleaner. All right, so we are at the end of the review. Let's take a look at the unit itself and what comes with the unit. You've got a digital display with green LCDs. You've got your USB ports and fast charges for all your solar, or I'm sorry, not your solar, your cell phones. Wi-Fi reset up on the top. You've got wireless charging. On the left, you have your inputs. And on the right, you have 4 outputs. And then you've got your 12 volt, as I call the cigarette lighter. What comes with the unit, first of all, it does come with a 2-year warranty, which is better than most. Most come with a 1-year warranty, but this one comes with 2, so that's a plus. You have your standard wall charger right here. You've got your MC4 connectors, which are these. And it turns into this type of connector so that you can connect any solar panel. So this does not require proprietary solar panels. So that is a really good thing. And then you've got your car charger with the 12 volt. Comes with a manual for the Infinity 1500 with a user guide. And as I always do, I go through these manuals so that you know literally everything that I know. You can pause the screen, you can zoom in, you can see what the warranty and the user guide is all about without asking me, because people believe that I am tech support whenever I create a solar product, and then I have to refer to the user manual all the time. Now there's a lot of writing in here and it's pretty small. So I'm gonna go across it. I am very much under the weather today, which is why I'm not doing this in front of the camera. Ever since moving here to Arizona, I do get about once a month problems with vertigo. I think it has something to do with the weather changes. and I am dizzy as all dizzy can be today. So I'm still in my pajamas and it's like noon. So that's not gonna change today. And it usually lasts a day or two. So, but I have to get this out and I wanted to finish the testing of the product. Wireless. I don't have a phone that has wireless charging capabilities, but I would really like to get a wireless, like, do they have that in iPhone? Because I'm an iPhone gal. And if they have wireless charging with iPhones, I think I might have to get that iPhone so that I could better test these products. I do apologize that I don't have one so I can test the wireless charging capabilities, but it's just not something that I have. Wow. Okay, connecting to 8 100-watt solar panels. So this has an input of 800 watts. That is enormous. Now, they didn't send me any panels to test, but if this thing takes in 800 watts and it puts out 1500 watts, anything that'll take in 800 watts and have pass-through generation, pass-through means that you're charging at the same time that you're using it, that is pretty much indefinite electric. So if the grid were to go down, imagine the sun is out and you're bringing in 800 watts, you can run an air conditioner, you can run a refrigerator and TV, modem, Roku box, everything at the same time. Just not the air conditioner and refrigerator at the same time, unless you somehow miraculously find a 3,000 watt unit, which I don't think is out on the market yet. And now that I'm sitting, my Invertigo feels not too bad. So I'll be sitting all day. And Growatt has really excellent customer service, just so you know. When I do these reviews, you typically have to go back and forth via email. And these guys are really fast to reply, and they are in the United States in Los Angeles. So their English is very good. And they're very friendly, personable, and pretty much all around really great guys. So comes with a 2-year warranty. The warranty is on the box, so just keep that in mind. And if this is the right unit for you, I say go for it. I will be looking forward to doing additional product reviews, but don't forget this has a 2-year warranty instead of 1. And the only thing that failed was the vacuum test. Do what you can with what you got. Prepper Princess out. Second ride, she loves it. Going nice and slow. Yeah, that's why she was whining. She wanted the mesh down. But I'm gonna go nice and slow like a regular bicycle. That's the beauty of e-bikes.